Talk Politics with Ewing. Subscribe.
After watching this video, I'll present to you facts and let you decide which is truth or lies by yourself in the comments. Watch.
I want to tell the whole world that Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the NDC and our principal in the obedient movement, he has alerted the whole world that his life is under threat by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, by the government and the agencies of the Tinubu administration. And we are here simple. We have come to court to enforce his fundamental right, and we are praying that he should be provided adequate security. We don't want another Funshaw Williams in Nigeria. You people know that of recent, Peter Obi, in a very viral video, claimed that he won the 2023 presidential election. He said it, it's online, you Google it, he said that he won the 2023 presidential election. And the implication is that Tinubu and the former INEC chairman Yakub Mahmoud stole his mandate, and Peter Obi is warming up to reclaim his mandate in the 2027 presidential election. And it's a similar scenario that happened in Lagos State, like more than 20 years ago. Even all the security agencies in Nigeria, the DSS, the police, nobody has come out to say who killed Funshaw Williams or how Funshaw Williams died. Funshaw Williams died in Lagos while he was said to be warming up, to contest the 2023 governorship election in Lagos State, to reclaim his mandate that he believed that was stolen. So we don't want similar scenario. Peter Obi must not be another victim of political assassination. He must freely go to any part of the country, to campaign and engage people. Sell his manifesto, tell Nigerians about his ideology to bring this nation out of poverty and corruption. Peter Obi is genuinely committed, to not just taking Nigeria from production from consumption to production, but is committed to end corruption in this country. And of course, over the weeks, you know what is happening with our budget. You now know that our budget is now a statute of fraud. What we call annual Nigerian budget is now an instrument of fraud. You can see the fraud, from the first page to the last page. You can see that what we have in the Nigerian budget, from the unknown agency to Bajabi Amila telling upstream regulation agency to withhold certain amount percentage, for campaign funding, from even the governor of Imo State deducting from source the allocation that is meant for the 36 states of the federation, and they're using it to fund the city movement ambassador, whatever, or poverty movement ambassador. So they are committed, to continue to impoverish Nigerians beyond 2027. And we are here to alert the whole world that nothing must ever happen to Mr. Peter Obi. That is why we have approached the Federal High Court to enforce his fundamental rights. We also joined the rascal called the governor of Edo State. In this matter, he has publicly warned Peter Obi not to come to Edo State to campaign. That when Peter Obi is in Edo State, that his life is not, his security is not guaranteed, and that Peter Obi must take permission from him. And we are saying, under the 1999 Constitution, the governor of Edo State or any other governor in this country does not have such right. As the campaign will soon commence, Peter Obi has the constitutional right as a citizen of Nigeria to go any part of the country to campaign, sell his ideology, say his manifesto to Nigerians who are ready to embrace the message of a new Nigeria that will be possible, a new Nigeria that will lift the country from consumption to production, a new Nigeria that will be corrupt-free, that will put an end fictitious projects, like we are witnessing, in our budget, which I would now rather prefer to call a statute of fraud, an instrument of fraud. Majority members of the National Assembly conniving with the executive arm, to insert fake projects, into our national budget and continue to embezzle our common resources while the people continue to suffer. That is why we have approached the court, for the court to assert the constitutional right of Mr. Peter Obi to be given adequate security. We are saying that the president is the president is the first defendant, the attorney general the second defendant, inspector general of police, the director of DSS, and the commandant general of the security and civil defense corps, and the governor of Edo State that has openly threatened Mr. Peter Obi not to cross Edo State without his permission. And we are saying that the president, as the commander in chief and the chief security officer, has the constitutional duty, to direct direct the police, the DSS, and the civil defense to provide adequate security for Mr. P2B. And we are saying on no account should Mr. P2B become another victim of political association. We don't want another Funshaw Williams, because Mr. P2B is warming up to reclaim his mandate. He has openly said that he won the 2023 presidential election, and the implication is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Yakub Mahmoud stole his mandate. And we are ready, he will reclaim it by the grace of God, with the support of Nigerians. We are sure and we are hopeful that he will reclaim his mandate. So that is why we have invited you. We will give you copies of the motion on notice and the affidavit in support of the application. Thank you so much. I'm Okere Kingdom Namdi. I'm the convener Lawyers in Defense of Democracy and a member of Obedient Lawyers Forum. And this suit is brought on behalf of Obedient Lawyers Forum. Thank you so much. Any other question?
Now, here's the fact. Now you know the fact, right? Decide what the truth or lies for me in the comment section. To the next video.
That is sustainable, because president will come, we're going to the next election, which we will win, because president has delivered on his promises to Nigeria. Nigeria is a chain country now with significant bounce in our economic output. There's no question about that. IMF, World Bank report, Bloomberg's report validates that. This is not what we're cooking up. Even our own National Bureau of Statistics, that is very respected, also have shown how inflation is decreasing, how economic activity is increasing, and all macro indicators are getting better. I gave you those previews. But then, sustainability is what this president put a whole lot of attention on. Because there's no reason, there's no need. You put this hard work in something, and you go as a government, it's not sustainable. For NEFOD, we built total sustainability to it.
Now, here's the fact. Now you know the fact, right? Decide what the truth or lies for me in the comment section. To the next video.
Against what the opposition is saying, because they say that this government can do more. The NDC presidential candidate Peter Obi was on Channels Television yesterday, and he argued that President Bola Tinubu, who governed that the Bola Tinubu who governed Lagos is not the same Bola Tinubu now in Aso Rock. In fact, he said that the president is tired and should be allowed to retire. He also argued that Nigeria needs a president who is visibly at the forefront of managing the country's crisis. How do you react to that position, and why do you think that perception exists?
Well, let's face it, the Peter Obi that was governor of Anambra State is not the Peter Obi of today. Because the Peter Obi of Anambra was one who said, as a matter of respect to the memory of Ojukwu, he will not ever abandon Abga. But before daybreak, once his tenure ended, Obi became a political wanderer, and he immediately found alliance with perhaps the kind of people Ojukwu will never have related with when he became a running mate to Atiku Abubakar. And I looked at him, and I've said this several times. You look at his lifestyle to be able to project what he will do if he were to become president, which he will not be anyway, God willing. Obi is a trader. Traders have short-term calculation. They are not into long-term projection. They are not wired to think of what situation will be in the long run. Their turnover is within 3 months, maximum 6 months. It is a manufacturer, an investor, an entrepreneur that understand how you can start a project sweating for 2-3 years to lay, like building a factory, and then going to import machinery to install before you start producing. Nigeria was virtually grounded. Obi is not aware because he's busy trading. Number two, I have said to people, Obi's business is to export job and import unemployment into the country. That is what he lives for. He's a trader. He runs a shopping mall. And you go there. There was a time I went to buy red wine in one of his stores, and I was told Peter Obi was the sole importer of a particular brand of red wine, whether 2 or something from South Africa. So an importer doesn't have the capacity for long-term projection.
That's Oshiomhole.
But
both of you,
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is someone who believes that for your tomorrow, we must do certain things today, painful as it will be. I have given this example before. If people only knew that Nigeria was at the breaking point at the time Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over, if they understood the seriousness of the situation, I can only compare it to a man with a grade 3 or almost grade 4 cancer.
That's Oshiomhole.
And then the doctor is called in to do a surgery, and that surgery has been done. Now we are beginning to see the benefits.
I hear you.
And
is it
will
possible
increase more and more? And you do not expect opposition to acknowledge what is possible. You can see the ease with which they dismiss when a foreign power speaks nice of Nigeria. They're angry. When somebody make negative comment about Nigeria,
is it possible that
you remember this is the last one I wait. This is the last point I will make. For you to see the desperation of Obi and how far is completely unaware of what is happening around this environment. When we have this xenophobic attack in South Africa, and every Nigeria was justifiably angry, myself inclusive, I watched Obi on the electronic and print media saying that Nigerians in South Africa would prefer to die there than to return to Nigeria. Because first I suspect his business, and he said he had just returned from South Africa. He didn't tell us what he went there to do. I guess he went there to repackage some imports that he wants to bring from South Africa. And that Nigeria prefer to die there than to come home. Somebody who wants to govern Nigeria. Number 3, do you really believe that anybody whose business is for real, who couldn't fix a state in 4 years, he worked hard in 8 years, he didn't fix it. He's telling you and me at our age that he just needs 4 years. That is the height of desperation. And once you are desperate, you become emotionally imbalanced. And you are not capable of... For me, Obi will be the easiest person to engage in a real debate.
Senator Oshiomhole, because
he is not aware of the real challenges of Nigeria.
Now, here's the fact. Now you know the fact, right? Decide what the truth or lies for me in the comment section.